I am Mark, virtual teacher instructor at Egnatia Career College. Today we'll teach Plumber's Toolbox, Power Tools, Types of Pipe. This is video number 1. Plumber's Toolbox. Tools fall into two basic categories: hand and power. Hand tools. The list of tools for plumbers who work in new residential construction is described in this table. Let's explain some of them. Levels. A level has tubes known as vials that are partially filled with colored liquid, leaving a trapped air bubble inside to read desired results. Drainage pipes are installed with slopes so that wastewater flows out of the piping system, but other piping systems and fixtures are installed with levels. Most quality levels have 3 different leveling tubes for 3 different installation positions. One tube is for vertical readings, one is for horizontal readings, and the third is for 45 degrees readings. Levels intended for install sloped piping are available either with a leveling screw on one end to adjust for the slope desired, or with a slope indicating bubble. Many plumbing levels are magnetized on one side for installing metal pipes. The commercial plumbing industry uses Lossair levels, which are considered specialty tools. Water levels are also specialty items used for large area installations. They are typically custom made with 1/20th clear rubber tubing and colored water. Tape measures. Numerous makes and models of tape measures are available that vary in blade width and length. The most common tape measure is retractable type with a pocket clip, and the most popular one plumbers use is that which extends 25 feet with a 1-inch wide blade. Other than traditional, there are digital laser tape measures as well. Squares. Framing squares are used extensively by carpenters, whereas they are typically used by plumbers for layout or when marking large boards to cut. Both types of squares have dimensions included to use for measuring and layout. As you will learn in the material section of this book, plumbers use 3 basic offset angles. 90 degrees and 45 degrees angles are the most common angles, and 22 to 1/2 degree is the less common, used for drainage and vent systems. Screwdrivers. Screwdrivers are available in many lengths and shank diameters. The picture shows some of the most common used screwdrivers. Pliers. Pliers are available in various styles and are one of the most practical tools in a plumber's toolbox. The most common type plumbers use has angled and grooved jaws, teeth, for an adequate grip on pipe. They are sometimes called water pump pliers, or they may simply be referred to as pliers. Most pliers used in the plumbing trade have cushion grip handles. Adjustable wrenches. Adjustable wrenches are available in various sizes, some with a cushion grip. The jaw opening is adjustable and smooth so that it does not damage metal finishes. An adjustable wrench is a great asset in any toolbox. Its adjustment range usually allows it to replace numerous open-end wrenches and sockets. Its compact design is useful while working in a tight space, such as working on water supply connections under a sink. Pipe wrenches. Pipe wrenches with grooved jaws, teeth, provide grip for installing or removing metal piping systems or plastic material with designated tightening areas. Hammers. Numerous hammer types are available, with different heads, claws, and weights. A plumber uses a hammer mostly for removing nails and installing wood bracing, pipe supports, and pipe protection shields. Focusing on the weight or the head type or on the type of claw is not as important because plumbers use hammers less often than carpenters. When removing nails from a wooden structure to allow for holes to be drilled, a straight claw works better than a curved claw hammer. Plastic pipe saws. Saws are available for almost every use in the construction trade. The two types of plastic piping, ABS and PVC, you will learn about more in the material section of this book are cut with the same type of saw. Short and long blade styles are available with cutting teeth that are closer together than on a wood cutting saw and farther apart than on a metal cutting saw. Plastic pipe cutters. Smaller diameter plastic and flexible piping are best cut with a specially designed plastic pipe cutting tool to ensure a clean, square cut. Designs are available in various prices and sizes. This tool increases productivity, ensures a more accurate cut, and eliminates burrs. The cutting blade is replaceable and fixed to the tool with a screw. Most large tools cut up to 1/20 diameter pipe, but the most common are used for smaller pipe sizes. Inside plastic pipe cutters. Plastic pipe in a difficult location must often be cut with a drill and an inside pipe cutter. For example, if a drainage pipe is installed below a concrete floor, or the piping cannot be accessed from below a work area, the plastic pipe can be cut from the work area with an inside pipe cutting tool. Many kinds are available, but the most popular is an inexpensive, simple rotating type. The cutting wheel has several cutting teeth and is fixed to a drill shaft, which rotates as the drill is operated. The cutting wheel is inserted into the plastic pipe, the drill is activated, and pressure is applied against the pipe wall while the wheel is slowly moved around the inside of the pipe. Metal cutting saws. A hacksaw is used in many areas of construction by almost every trade. Any handsaw blade made to cut metal has more teeth per inch than that designed to cut wood or plastic. Position of hacksaw blade is one directional, and an arrow located on the side of the blade indicates its correct use. Wallboard saws. Cutting drywall board, after an installation, to repair a leak is common. A wallboard saw is used to perform this task. Several styles are available, and some use the same blades as those used with other tools. Aviation snips. Aviation shears are also known as tin snips. The three most common styles are those that cut in straight, left, or right directions. Their cushion grip handles are color-coded indicating their direct tie-in of cut. Many manufacturers use a standard color code that indicates yellow is a straight cut, red is a left cut, and green is a right cut. Nail pullers. Removing nails from wood boards before drilling or cutting holes is common to avoid damage to drill bits and saw blades as well as to avoid personal injury. Various methods and tools are used depending on the preference and the location of the nail. The two most common tools in the plumbing industry are a flat bar. Other hand tools are knives, chisels, basin wrenches, basket strainer tools. Some other tools are copper pipe cutters, tubing cutters. Copper pipes are used more often in commercial installations than in residential due to the popularity of plastic water piping systems. Copper flaring tools. A flaring tool flares the end of soft copper tubing to create a 45 degrees angle that mates with a compatible brass flared fitting. A flaring tool is clamped around the copper tubing, and the flaring post is turned clockwise into the tubing to fold the tubing outward, creating the flare. Copper tubing benders. A copper tubing bender allows a plumber to create bends in copper tubes that are in tight spaces and to achieve a professional appearance. Because residential plumbing systems often use flexible tubing, the bending of copper tubing is not widely performed in the residential plumbing industry. However, this skill is required for many exposed connections such as sinks, tank-type toilets, and other equipment with a small diameter water supply. Soft copper tubing can kink if it is bent by hand with a too small radius, but the bending tool creates compact offsets. Many tools serve pipe sizes ranging from 1/80 to 3/80, but others are for only one pipe size. The tubing is inserted into a grooved portion of the body, and the handle, which is also grooved, is used to manually achieve the desired bend. It will take practice to ensure accuracy of a bend. Torch regulator assemblies. The most common method of connecting copper pipes is a welding process known as soldering. A typical torch assembly consists of a regulator that controls the amount of flammable gas to be ignited and a torch tip with an orifice designed specifically for the type of gas and torch assembly. Small one-piece torch assemblies that screw directly to a gas cylinder are more popular in the residential plumbing industry. They offer more mobility than three-piece assemblies that use a torch connected to a gas cylinder with a hose. Flexible pipe crimping tools. Flexible water piping systems have replaced copper systems in many residential plumbing applications. Two primary methods are used to connect pipe and fittings. One method joins pipe and fittings with a crimping ring that slides over the piping. When the pipe is slid over a barbed fitting, the ring is crimped in place with a crimping tool. The other type uses a process that expands the pipe with a tool that is inserted into the pipe end. Personal protection equipment. Safety is an attitude. Safety tools are listed here. Eye protection, face protection, hand protection, knee protection, foot protection, inhalation protection, first aid kit, hard hat. Power tools. Power tools increase productivity for specific tasks as well as entire project. Electrical safety. Electrical power tools are connected directly to a power source, so they should never be used under wet conditions. Ladder safety. Working from a ladder may expose you to serious injury or death. Using power tools while working on a ladder increases the risk. Drills can react violently when an obstruction is encountered, causing loss of balance. Stepladders, usually 6 feet or 8 feet for residential construction, are usually intended for interior work. A worker should not stand on the top of a stepladder; it violates regulations. All ladders have a maximum weight limit, so the weight of materials and tools must be calculated with your body weight as the total weight load. Plumbers use an extension ladder to climb on a roof to install flashing around vent pipes that terminate through a roof. Fall protection. Fall protection measures must be based on the type of work performed and the location of a specific task. The most common fall protection components are a body harness and a securing lanyard. Ear protection. Ear protection is one of the items that protect you against long-term injury. Because damage to your inner ear may not be apparent until several years after you actually perform work, you should appreciate why workers are encouraged to wear earplugs or earmuffs. Drills. A drill is essentially an electric motor housed within a tool design. The motor is manually activated to rotate an internal shaft connected to a drill bit chuck that rotates a drill bit. Right-angle drill. Most right-angle drills allow the user to rotate the placement of the chuck 360 degrees to adjust to any workspace. Pistol drill. A pistol drill gets its name because of its design, which looks like a handgun. Hole hog. Has a fixed drill chuck position tucked further in its body for drilling in tight spaces. It is a compact and powerful drill that drills through wood easily, which increases productivity. Hammer drill. Plumbers often anchor supports to install piping or fixtures into concrete floors, walls, and ceilings. Drilling into or through concrete requires a hammer drill. Many drill bits and saw blades are designed for specific purposes, and others have various uses. The most common drill bit and saw blade types in the residential plumbing industry are twist bits, auger bits, speed bits, power bore bits, hole saw bits, masonry bits, step bits. Saws are used extensively in the plumbing industry for multiple purposes. The popularity of power tools has minimized using hand saws for many tasks, but small diameter plastic pipe is still usually cut with a specially designed hand saw. Some of the saws used are reciprocating saws, circular saws, saber saws, portable band saws. Portable grinders are more common in the pipe fitting trade. A residential plumber should know how to use them safely. Using a powder-actuated tool requires that a user become certified by the manufacturer or other certifying agent because an explosive charge is used to drive an anchor into concrete and steel. Such a tool operates like a handgun by forcing the anchor out of the tool like a bullet when a trigger is activated. Concrete is removed with either a chipping hammer or a jackhammer. If large areas of concrete must be removed, a jackhammer is needed. Types of pipes. Pipe in a plumbing system is round and ordered based on its diameter. Pipe and tubing have an inside diameter, ID, and an outside diameter, OD. The list of common materials is in the table. The residential housing industry is always striving to build homes at competitive prices to remain affordable. Most commercial applications still use copper tubes for water distribution and cast iron pipe for drainage and vent installations. Many custom homes do blend plastic and metal products for some installations. PVC pipe. Plastic piping known as polyvinyl chloride (PVC) is offered in a wide variety of types and schedules and is the most widely used product for DWV installations in new residential applications. DWV for residential applications typically uses a Schedule 40, S40, type in either cellular core or solid wall. Cellular core PVC is known as foam core and can only be used for gravity-type systems. It is often used to save cost compared to the more expensive solid core PVC pipe. CPVC pipe. Chlorinated polyvinyl chloride pipe, CPVC, is flexible, but is typically called pipe and not tubing. It is a yellowish-white material joined with a solvent weld process, glue used. The higher the temperature of the water, the lower the pressure rating of the pipe. As with all plastic piping, CPVC expands and contracts based on the water temperature. Long-term exposure to UV rays may damage CPVC. ABS pipe. Acrylonitrile butadiene styrene (ABS) pipe is black in color and is used to install DWV systems. ABS pipes must be joined with a solvent weld process designed specifically for that product. It is not compatible with PVC. ABS is available in a foam core option, and available sizes range from 1.5 to 6 inches. The OD of ABS pipe is manufactured to IPS standards, and its rating is identified on the side of the pipe. Like CPVC, it cannot be tested with air pressure. Unless it has stabilizers and UV inhibitors, it cannot be exposed long-term to UV rays. ABS is more widely used in the western portions of the United States, whereas PVC is more popular in the eastern portion. Mobile homes commonly use ABS pipes and products. Polyethylene pipe. Polyethylene PE tubing is used for water service installations, but codes do not allow for its installation on the interior of a residential building. PE tubing is black in color and is typically sold in 100 feet rolls. It is often used in well pump installations because of its long lengths and durability in cold conditions. It is joined together with specially designed barbed connections and stainless steel hose clamps, so that it can be pressurized immediately after a connection is complete. PEX pipe. PEX tubing sounds like it should be compatible with polyethylene PE, but the two piping systems use different connection methods. PEX is used for water distribution systems and has become one of the most popular selections in the housing industry because of its cost and labor efficiency. PEX can be joined utilizing many methods depending on the product's manufacturer. PEX is sold in 209 lengths and 1009 rolls, but longer rolls can be custom ordered. As with all flexible tubing, PEX will kink if the radius created is too sharp. The flexibility of this product also indicates that it must be supported at closer intervals than is required for pipe. PEX is shipped from the manufacturer with a UV protective cover. Long-term exposure to UV rays will damage the integrity of the product. Plastic tubing should be handled with more care than rigid pipe or copper tube. Scratching the side of the tubing when installing it through drilled holes can shorten the life of the product. Nails that protrude in a drilled hole where the tubing is inserted can gouge the PEX tubing. Another PEX product that is used widely in the heating industry and is growing in popularity for water distribution systems is polyethylene aluminum polyethylene or PEX tubing. As its name indicates, it is a multi-layered tubing with a PEX interior, aluminum middle layer, and PEX outer layer. Copper tube. For basic types of copper tube are used in the plumbing industry, and 2 more are used for medical and industrial piping systems. The 4 types in residential applications, based on the thinnest wall to the thickest wall, are Type DWV, Type M, Type L, and Type K. Each type of copper must be permanently marked by the manufacturer by color coding or scoring on the side of the pipe. The most common diameters of copper tube used in the residential plumbing industry are 1/4 to 1 inch. Copper tubes are manufactured to a standard known as CTS. The OD of all 4 basic types is the same and the ID varies with the wall thickness. The size selection is based on codes and the number of fixtures served. Tables list the types of copper tube and their basic use for the residential plumbing industry. Cast iron pipe. Cast iron pipe is often used in residential DWV systems for vertical installations to allow a quieter draining process in walls. The 2 most common types of cast iron used in a plumbing system are no hub (NHCI) and service weight (SWCI). They have different minimum sizes and methods of connection. Because codes do not allow pipes smaller than 2 inch to be buried below ground, and because SW is most often used there, 2 inch SW is the smallest size available. The largest size typically used in the residential plumbing industry is 6 inch. NH is more common for above ground installations. 1.5 is the smallest and 4 inch is usually the largest. Cast iron pipe is also referred to as soil pipe. SWCI pipes are available in various lengths with either a single hub SH or a double hub DH. SW lengths are 30 inch, 5 feet, and 10 feet. Steel pipe. Galvanized and black steel pipe are the 2 kinds generally used in the residential plumbing industry. Though steel pipe is sold with plain ends, most smaller pipe sizes are manufactured with threads on each end. The standard length of steel pipe is 21 feet, and the most common sizes in the residential industry range from 1/2 inch to 1 inch.